It does suck when you get the militia one though. You just want to then take the advisor's tea to veal. And get stuck with militia, idiot. There's one to get 3 specific advisors. It's a highly skill required achievement. I think so. I think the advisors aren't, on average, like, yeah. No, I think if you get an early one that helps, like, because quite often the first one you get from a military point of view helps because it makes a unit stronger, and it's means you don't have, like, it's something you don't, if you get it from an event, you haven't had to use a chest reward to look at a card, and looking at the cards is where it where you get hurt, because you could take a house, or I should be redrawing. You could take a house or a card removal or a leader level. Like here, right? What do we take? We look at the card, but there's only 3 of them, and chances are it's not going to be the greatest for us. Whereas the house is really strong. It's going to bump us from 9 Radissons to 13. You know, it's a big increase. And then we worked out how medic works, and turns out medic's not as... Okay, you don't want a medic card, is basically the answer. You want some medics on the field, but you don't want the card. You can't make medic OP. He won't go into battle if there's other units. Right? He walks around after battle healing everyone. Right? So the damage is irrelevant. But he stands out the front so that he dies. Yeah, okay, so Ray, I think that's right. Is that they generally are bad. If you're trying to get a lot of them, you're going to end up with bad ones. Whereas if you get almost any military advisor straight up is good, except possibly the one that gives you a guardian, because guardians just cost too many rats. You can't specifically, order units around. Yeah. And you can't take, you're not going to take a medic card just to put him on the put them on the field now. I don't think they should change that either. I think that then changes the format of the game into something that it's not. Where are my units coming from? I want to go... I'll Potter first. Yeah, I don't think everything should be strong every time. I've got 2 markets. I think we find our own. Just gonna wait on the redraw and on the shop, the hero power. Oh, hello there. Oh, really? Get up there. And sometimes the whale bonus is poop. Wonder if I need to be taking cheeses early game like this. Yeah, I think that's the thing, Soma, is that the 3-pop cards just cost too much. Should have taken a house. Desperate times, right? It's like, here, do we buy a berserker for early game stuff? It's better than a militia. Uh-oh. And now you're dead because your hit points are low. Yeah, I like the SDS comparison that getting guards and militia in the rewards and shops, it'd be like seeing a defend or a strike as a card reward. So the are they runners? You need bad card rewards to make game more interesting. Only if transform exists in the game. Oh man. Yeah, Shieldrat's overpowered. 100% agree. Right, you guys get back out the front. Look at you. Why didn't you join the fight, you stupid militia? Oh, I just answered my thing because you're a stupid militia. And everybody hates you. Seems real. We just Shieldrat this. Go Shieldrat. The whale, but yeah, because the game you get 5 Radissons is amazing. The other games suck, you know. I honestly think it's a case of, and we know these guys like Slay the Spire. It's like, oh, Slay the Spire has this, so it must be a good option. We should put one in there as well. It's like, please don't. Please stop doing that. It prevents the kind of spam Binding of Isaac has. Yeah, but so yesterday I had a rough start. I made a mistake. I made a bad play, and it put me in a really. I was able to recover a little bit, but it meant that I had to play out the run just to do Act 10. Oh, what was one of them? I took an advisor. I got Doomsdayer. And I'm like, great, now I have to play this one out because I don't want it. But it's a single player game. Who cares if I restart it, like Binding of Isaac? Like, that's one of the, that's definitely a contributing factor that how you could restart in Binding of Isaac that allowed replayability. Because players didn't have to play through a certain amount of time restraint, otherwise suffer a penalty. Otherwise people would have been like, no, just not doing it. No. Yeah, I mean, it's their game, right? So just don't have that event. Don't have the whale bonus. And then people won't spam restart for it. I feel like I'm needing more of something else. I need to get units in. I do people decide. I do want to follow the storyline, but I have a nurse. Yeah, so let's follow the storyline. People would restart for Pycrats for the, but that's the thing. Like it's a single player game. It's their choice. What's the problem with that? Is this, and that's what I'm calling it mega crit syndrome, where you feel that you need to beat the player. You don't. As a game designer, you should be like working with the player to make an enjoyable experience, not working against the player to prevent them from winning and enjoying your game. You know, make the game challenging and fun in its own right, not stifling and manipulative. I have a lot of Shieldrats. I'm not upset about that. Yeah, I honestly think that. I think Dead Branch needs to be removed from Slay the Spire. Or just change to like limit, you know, maybe something like 1 card per turn. Where it puts a corruption in your deck? That's got potential. Yeah, so you can't remove them now, right? Which is understandable, because it's not a multiplayer game, it's a single player game. In which case it makes me wonder why they keep doing stuff that, why did they change well-laid plans to cost 1? What purpose does that serve? I mean, I know it increases the cost of well-laid plans to 1, that's kind of obvious, right? But Learn from that. Make Slay the Spire 2 and make it better. Yeah, why take Runic Dodecahedron out of the game? That was a perfectly fine, ordinary, substandard relic that everyone loved to pay out on. And that occasionally would do stuff, and you'd be like, oh wow, it's doing stuff, this is good. And the fact that mining, like, because we got this tax econ guy, is making mining costs extra is not cool. I wonder if these markets are actually bad. 'Cause, okay, now that I've got a bit of money, I should be looking to find something. And it's none of these things. Gold, I'm fine with that. Get it? I don't think it's as good as some of the other available options. It's, yeah, it just doesn't seem to do enough. One HP if your hit point is divisible by 12. I mean, a 1 energy if your hit points divisible by 12. I think that's... If your max HP was current hit point, max HP, I think it would go off even less. A rat in debt. Okay. Let's take the advisor option for a rat in debt storyline. Watchtowers with labor command. I don't think watchtowers... Does watchtowers speed up on... Because they're auto attacks. So they're not production. That's really interesting if they fire faster with it. Although you still only have 1 out at the front, or maybe 2 that can hit. Arrows of production, you can work them, really? Interesting. I would have thought ballista, yeah, or catapult, but I wouldn't have thought the arrows are. That's kind of silly. I mean, cool, but you know. We're gonna pay his debt instead. I don't have anything to visit. Just gonna get cheap buildings, I guess. Don't have any money either. For the building. Hey, Jocksnart. How you doing? How about you guys go over here with these guys, and then I'd know how many I had over there. Thanks, fellas. I don't want another market. I can't afford to use the ones I've got. That'll fix that a little bit. What did they click over for? Okay. Slowly losing money on those if I play those. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Something else. Over turn? It's too rough at the moment. General is way too good. Is that because rallies, like, because rally exists? It is usually better to have more markets, that's true. Yeah. Rally and visit equals win game? What does visit do to rally? I'm lost there. I know they're both good cards, I just don't see the actual synergy. Visit lowers leader cooldown? No, that's rest. Visit reduces the cooldown of a production building. I guess that's why I didn't see the synergy. Oh, there's no fire. I should probably just try to boost. Where's that? Just get more Shieldrats out then for the meantime. For sprinting rats, you'd do that with... I think you could do that with... what type of rats? Crossbow rats would be cool. And march the crossbow rats so that you've got them behind the front line. Do I want a high level card? Oh, Musketeers as well? Yeah, there you go. Okay, so all this does is increase your... we've got a chart on it somewhere. It increases your wave number for card rewards by 2. It's not really that good. I don't want this. Let's put this over here. No. If you're in a position where you're killing stuff quick enough because you've got so many units, then it's not so bad because you can just do it in between waves. Obviously you need to be in a position where you can do that. It's not always the easiest. How far away am I from spamming mining? It's close. These units are so poop. Oh, hey barracks. I'm just going to get the barracks down and stop looking at my mark. Let's go to the warehouse, I guess. That seems okay. No lab. Money was just tight to actually get it, to buy them and get them played. I really like lab though. But I fall into that trap a lot where I just go, oh, I'm going to pick up all these really awesome buildings, and then I can't play them. And they're also in my hand, so I can't draw or play units. It's a good trap to avoid. Especially since it's the cards go into your draw pile. The nurse, yeah, the nurse is great. I've had nurse with ironclad, and it's just like so strong. Am I liking Star Wars? I love it. It's really good. Thanks, Habiba. I think we're fine. We will not be playing that game. Another healer, man. Freaking healer. Nurse MVP at the moment. Oh, there's a rally. It's not doing what we want to do. How long till I'm getting a card upgrade next wave? Yeah, barracks is pretty cool. Find 2-work seal. I prefer Labour Command. I've got a Warren. And I don't need a steel because I've got although steel's probably faster because you don't have to play the 2 minings. Oh, Boar's next. I need to pull everyone back. Or just those guys. What are we looking for? Labour Command? Can I squeeze that in over here so they're all on the same side? Let's just do that. Rally will also help me kill off my guards. Or bomb. I'm gonna be left with a whole bunch of guards here. I'm not really happy about it. Should be able to force guards to stand at the front of the line. Like not run back. Like should be able to push a button and say, no, you stand there and fire. Yeah, you just suicide the units you don't want with rally. Oh, we got a messenger. Oh, card selection when acquiring card. That's nice. How long until my smithy's ready? I'm holding on to my library then. Nah. These guys have so many hit points, eh? I think my Shieldrats have heaps of hit points. Whew. Yeah, I think using the this is fun if is very dangerous. Although I'm gonna go an extra mining because I'm holding extra cards now. How long till Smithy? Is that too long? No, I think it's fine. Oh, you know what? Just play it. That warehouse, though. Just play it. Get out of the deck. Do I have anything else that's going to help me through here? I need to try and not make guards now, I think. Okay. I think the issue I find with ARM is that it's not... There's no permanence to the units. So, like, if that unit dies, you now have to start over again. And sure, you're using Rally to try and prevent death, but you can't guarantee which ones come back. So if one of them gets really low and you've got no healing, or because the enemies in larger packs all focus fire, if they just burst one down, you're not replacing that one, right? Yeah, arm you can get max hit point units. So if you get the Ducks combo, which you can because you can draw a lot of cards and you can get it to play arm like a billion times. Like you just keep reuse on cycle, and then you arm a million times and then rally. Oh no, rally then arm a million times. How do you do it? You have to get the reuse going, but as soon as you use rally, it rallies a million times, doesn't it? And takes all your things. Or is it playing the next 2 cards a billion times? If you have one of each or both. But if you're reusing reuse and you hit it on arm, there's no cards in your hand. If you're reusing reuse like cycling and then you use it on rally first, you can't cycle into the reuse combo again, otherwise you lose your units. Oh, you have steal as well. So that's an extra card. So now you're trying, like, it's a really awesome combo, and it'd be lots of fun, but I don't think it, you can't really rely on that too much. You can rally units into a small hand. Yeah, you need steal. I was missing the steal. They might be common, but I can't remember the last time I saw a steal. I might have seen one today. But then you're reusing steel. So how do you reuse the reuse if you're just going to blow the charge on steel? But I've only seen the reuse work by cycling and reusing and cycling, reusing and cycling, reusing and cycling. You don't need to reuse a reuse. Isn't that the whole point? So that it stacks on itself, so that when you finally stop using it, the next card you play plays a billion times. I saw both at 2 markets ago. Oh. Well, you can only buy one. You can just stack arm. Oh, I see. Yeah, so you loop and stack arm. Okay. And then eventually rally. No, but arm only works on cards in your hand. So you can't loop arm without card unless you're stealing and looping arm. So steal and arm. So you can hit 7 units. Although 7 units at max is probably enough to win, right? Yeah, fair enough. Well, that could be fun. I should look into that one. I don't know if I want this one anymore. Actually, I don't know if I want guards anymore. Oh, what do I actually want? I want to make sure I don't die, but I'm not convinced. Fine. Tavern dupe syringe. Okay, turns out we're good. Why not? I can't hear the car horn, hey. I feel like I'm missing out on something. I can't turn it into a... Oh, you can't dupe an... I was going to dupe an ephemeral card with the syringe, but they changed that so it doesn't work anymore. Maybe we'll just make a big boy then. Couldn't be bothered. I feel like the majority of my wins end up with pumped up Shieldrats. Yeah, I've got like a 9-card draw and 3 cards. They all involve mining. A lot of them do. I had a really good tax run though. And the steel one was pretty fun. Smithy's doing nothing as well. Oh, look at him get wrecked. I lost some units there, so... I lost some bad units there, so that's good. Nah, we're fine. Well, we should be. Hopefully they can take out some of the girls. Sad face. Yeah, being able to draw into stuff is kind of important, eh? Wish they had a send next wave button. Although, I wonder how many winning runs would get lost from people being like, oh yeah, send the next wave. We're good. Put it down, fellas. We had a bunch of the lower level shield rats that like they just hadn't been upgraded yet, but they were holding up the queue because you can't kill them off. So we've got much stronger ones now. They seem to be doing a little bit better. A little bit is very draw 2 cards more. 3 random military cards. And I just upgraded. I just like duplicated all the cards. Yeah, I think there's a, there's a lot of cards that can be used to. Once you get to a point where I'd like to see like cards get used that we think are bad from the beginning to build into something good, not just once you're going to win anyway, you transition and win with something else. Like, because once you've got so much gold, you could probably transition into anything. And you'd be like, oh, I did this. It was so overpowered. It's like, you'd already won. Am I even looking for anything? Maybe that. Oh, bomb. Yeah, probably a bomb. There's a big boy. There he is. Potter's alright early, yeah. Got no issues with Mr. Potter. I wonder if we're going to start walking them inwards. Sure. Nope. Right. There's the big boy. There. Maybe gonna matter. Probably not gonna matter. Oh, I could stall here, right? Go for score? Probably not now. Why was I moving them? I didn't think I had enough. Apparently I did. Oh, we could definitely... No, we couldn't stall them. So I thought maybe I'd need to walk the other side over. You win with Shieldrats and mining again. Yay. Like, that's pretty much it. Gonna need to, like, if we get a really interesting win, I think that'll be a good one to celebrate. We can still dance, but it's feeling very... Yay.